Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hello. Look at that tango. This is a tango. Hi, I'm Tango. Tango like a mango. You're a good boy. You want to go in your cat bucket? You want to go in your kitty bucket? Did you want to go? He said, I'm so tired. I've been playing outside all day. I'm ready for a little nap in my kitty bucket. I held him inadvertently when he was like days old. Or a couple, only like a... Not very... I don't know how. I'd have to go back and look, because I look at him up. He just put. He just put his. Oh my god. He's just watching the lights. Hello, welcome to my tube. Salutations, greetings. My name is Margie. I'm Heyoka Empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Let's see if we can see him up there. Hi, I'm Tango. Tango the Tabby. It rhymes with mango. He comes in at night, but usually, I don't know. There is no, I'm just trying to, well, every day is different, except, I was actually going to talk about how I've kind of been struggling, because like the last week or so, every day is the same. Like, and it's a trip, because we have pretty much like similar patterns, schedules. Your schedule, you wake up at the same time. You know, we eat at the same time. All the dogs go out at the same time. You go to the bathroom at the same time. I go pee. I mean, you know, it's just everybody is on their, I don't know, their schedule, right? Sometimes when I experience the same day over and over and over. It's like, it's what it feels like. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's like I'm living the same day until something shifts, until something changes. Because around here, we haven't even had clouds the last week. It's been like a week since I've seen a cloud in the sky. That is peculiar to me. To me, that's peculiar. I don't remember living in Omaha or Oregon or any place else. And Omaha's Great Plains. I mean, it's wide open spaces. I don't remember freaking no clouds at all for over a week. That's just bizarre. And I don't know if other people notice stuff like that. So it's like I go to the coffee shop. I'm like, isn't it weird? And most people don't look up. I'm always looking up. I'm always looking up at the sky and the trees. Me and nature, we're some simpatico. See, we're supposed to be the Earth's custodians. We're supposed to be taking care of this planet. See, God gives us free will and like a brain and an imagination and ingenuity. I usually mispronounce that word, but my buddy Carl at the coffee shop said it, and so I got to hear it, and then so I was like, all right, because I'm like, Mom, I can never remember that word, ingenuity. Now I think I got it. Anyway, so we're supposed to be creating, a planet where much different than the representation that's come to be. I haven't read my description of my YouTube channel in a while. I think I'm going to go ahead and take an opportunity to do that right now. So your channel about. I like to write. I just don't like the people that tell me that about. I don't like the grammar police and stuff like that. Because I can do a run-on sentence like nobody's business. I am like one of the... I used to pride myself in how long I can write a sentence. I just go on and on and on. People would be like, you can't do that. I'm just like, I just did. The red marker. Anyway. Spiritual is spectrum. I believe spectrometers are a part of the human race that has slowed to a stroll to create things to raise the vibration of others. Scientists to make life simpler so that the plastics can complicate it. How apropos. Artists to mix emotions like paint on a palette. Musicians to concoct harmonies that play my pineal gland like a harp, and a cathedral organ that blows bubbles. Those that do not have much to say, they haven't found their audience yet. Or voice or whatever. I don't know. But he's knocked out, Ma. Artie's antsy today. Tomorrow's Halloween, and it's just weird. I was thinking about the Halloweens. I never really dressed up a lot. You know, when we were young, I remember there was a time I dressed up as a gypsy, and I took like my rubber ball that we used for kickball, and I wrapped it in aluminum foil for my glass ball, right? And I do remember dressing up as a clown back when they had those plastic masks were dangerous, man. I remember cutting my lip on a sharp edge on a clown. And that was, and there was in a picture, there was a picture of me dressed up as a clown, and Jerry, I remember the texture of the pumpkin seeds and the smell of the wet, soggy newspaper when we carved pumpkins. I was probably 3 years old. And Jerry dressed up as a hobo, and he probably doesn't even remember dressing up as a hobo. He was maybe 4 or 5. And the thing of it is he later had a dog, and he named his dog Hobo.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I bet he doesn't even know that. See, that's how the mind works, man. It's like we have these imprints when we're very young. And then based on our heart space, we grow closer to spirit or ego, depending on how we handle those situations that occurred very young in life. A lot of people had, people see things that scare them, that traumatize them. A lot of people shut that out. They don't want to deal with it. They just pretend like it didn't happen. No one's ever going to know about it anyway. Just ignore. But the thing of it is, people do that, and then they get all kinds of dental problems. They get all kinds of health problems because they're stuffing stuff away. It's just easier to, and that's the thing, is that's why I'm so freely open to discuss the freaking crap shit that has happened to me, because maybe if somebody else, because it wasn't too long ago, I read there's an article in a paper about about an 8-month-old baby that somebody had freaking deflowered, we'll just say that, and I was like, it's just, it's a vibrational frequency that is in the void of a person that makes them do that. And then you have the person that they do it to. So you have these two storylines of these two frequencies, And then it's like they have the common denominators of like, I thank goodness I'm in a very small club as far as that's concerned, but I don't ever hear about how it happens to other people. And when people go through life, and I'm not speaking for me, but other people, when they go through life and situations happen in life, it is so much easier for people to handle and cope with the emotions of those things when they find people that have gone through the same situation or very similar situations. When they just know that they're not alone in this world. We're not some freaking nature, And I hope that more and more people just share. Just share. There's no shame in it, man. Shame, everything, every emotion that we have, like when I get all fired up and I get all pissed off and I get all mad, I just it sucks because I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. I still get caught up in being a human being. And then I can get mad at myself and like freaking, be really hard on myself knowing that I am a spiritual being and I should be acting and rising above these vibes. I should. And the thing of it is I'm always going to be grounded in my human soul sack. So there's going to be conflict, and it makes life uncomfortable sometimes. It does. Life can be very uncomfortable sometimes. And the thing of it is, today I got to meditate for about an hour today. And just and it's not, but I have so much like like that's annoying and that's so stupid. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's what the freaking Scorpio energy is to me. Everything's stupid. You like my shirt? It's my design. It says straight people like rainbows too. I came up with it when I was 9. I even knew that I wanted it to go. See, because I always did the rainbow and the color spectrum. That was always my preferred. Or I would even get dinged for not having my rainbow in the right order. That's wrong. It's right to me. The other way looks wrong to me. This is the right order to me. So it's my rainbow. I can do what I want. And plus it's in the order of the color spectrum. And I have this ideology that we are all just, I don't go by like nationalities and colors of skin and stuff. Well, we're all just different shades of the same rainbow. We're all shades, different spectrums in the same color wheel. In just a color wheel. That's all. In some in the winter, like, well, I don't know here because where the sun sits, I get the sun on my face quite a bit. So I don't know if I'm going to turn as light, but like Oregon, I turn light. You know, if I don't get sun and stuff like that, I'm a sun baby. I love the sun. I sun gaze. It energizes me. I love it, you know? And so now, but it's like some people can be different shades within their own spectrum, you know? And people just want to hate people, I think. Mommies say, you just want a reason to be mad. I never understood that. I used to freaking frustrate. Don't say that to me. I don't need a reason to be mad. Everything's just stupid. Oh, I can't think of a better mom for me than you. She just ignores me like nobody else. She can just totally zone me out, totally space me out. So, I don't know. I forgot what I was going to talk about. I wasn't even going to do a talk today, but I'm trying to stay consistent. Mom and I got her this was kind of a trippy thing. This was kind of weird, kind of creeped me out, kind of changed my opinion of Columbo a little bit. But that's the thing is they've all done weird stuff. Now we're starting to see everybody that's ever been involved in Hollywood. It's just a weird, creepy cult. And so we were watching they're like movies. They're like a whole hour long without the commercials, and we're only in season 1. We've only watched a few episodes because they're long, and we just started watching in the evening. But I was watching the credits of one, and it said directed by Steven Spielberg. I'm not a fan of Steven Spielberg. I'm not a fan that that dude is worth freaking like $3.2 billion. And I've never forgiven him, and I've always known, even as a very young girl, I remember the story, and I will bring up her name often, Heather O'Rourke. May she rest in peace. She did not die in vain. People know, Heather. People know. People know what they are. It's coming to a head. You have not been forgotten. And now they're even starting to see, because I've even talked about John Eric Hexum. And now the rituals continue. They like to tout this stuff in people's face. They like to live out loud Primarily because it's like, what are you going to do about it? Nobody's going to do anything about it. Nobody has for a long time, but people are finding their courage, and they're finding their voices, and they're finding their foundation to stand strongly on and say, I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. In their life, wherever they see fit, it's just happening. People are becoming activated as a spiritual being. You know, people should be valuing life. Every day people should value life. But usually human beings need a reason. They always have to have a reason. Can't just accept things. Gotta be a reason. So, anyway, that was really kind of trippy. And I've been noticing these characters because this is my early childhood programming too. You know, I watch this stuff and just like, so, and then I go out and I'm always freaking trying to find the good in the freaking creepy, or like the staunchy, not creepy, that was not the right word at all. In like the surly types, I find where they're soft. And then the people that are all, oh, everything's wonderful, love and light, blah, blah, blah. Those people make my third eye twitch, man. Those people drive me crazy. It's freaking ready for your Sedona freaking conference. Blah. Sorry, Tango saw what, dude? Oh, that stuff makes me gag. No. Their life is, as far as I'm concerned, their life isn't that broad a spectrum, you know? And when stuff really goes, those are usually the people that freaking, their psychology splits and becomes disheveled anyway. You know, sitting in a corner fucking drooling on themselves because they can't believe what the world actually is. And we're going to have a lot of that. It's good. This world is not for the freaking faint of heart, man. It is not. It is not for the faint of heart. So Jessie's been real active. She just posted right now. She's been hot because she's, you know, in it. And this is the one of this in what, the first week of May Day. Those are the two biggest human sacrifice weeks. It's a big time right now, and you always start seeing it a few weeks out. Amber alerts, missing persons, please help us find my cousin, please help, you know. See, I would rather be the weird person that would be like, I want to know wherever, you know, if I was like, you tell me wherever you're going to go, you know, I'll freaking follow them on a map. No, it's not that, not like that, but it's not, it is definitely the kind of world that people should be letting somebody know where you're going and when you're going to be there, route you're taking, stuff like that. An interesting story here in local northern New Taos. I think it was like the 23rd or so. It was weird. It was a young gal I met at the coffee shop had a dog named Heyoka. Mary was her name. She died in a car accident. And I do believe like one of her dogs died too. Well, there's lots of stories going around. And then I saw today on MSN a story about how they found a young girl around that same time that went off a cliff, died in a car accident, went off a cliff, and her dog died. And I was like, what placements are in somebody's charts and their dog's charts? You know? I mean, like, I wonder if I wouldn't want to know. I don't want to know when my time's up. They talked about that in Big Fish. No, I don't want to know. No. I would not enjoy my life up until that point. So, should I close the door? Is it chilly, Ma? No. Look at Tucker back there. Oh my gosh. He is like... He's laying on his back. Anyway. But I do know that... This I do know. My brother and my oldest dog, Artie Pants. they have the same birthday, and they both have had like a knee shoulder. Artie had like a surgery on his elbow, and my brother had one on his knee. They both freaking food. No, my brother not so much anymore. He's actually a very healthy guy. You know, we're similar like that. Is we don't eat meat very often. We're not vegetarian, but we just don't eat more. I'm more of a snacker than anything. Anyway, but their personalities are very similar, and they're born on the same day. Is what I'm saying. If you find other people in life just that have the same, like on Facebook, how they have the birthdays, you know, and it's like so and so's birthday is the same day, so, and I'm like, and you start thinking about it. Start thinking about how similar you'll see it. If you have the eyes to see. Or it could just be like, nah, that's just a bunch of phooey. And just explain everything away like society is done. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. I saw a cool meme. Yeah, she's hitting it. She's busy. She ain't gonna be sleeping much. Because we got the prayer warriors. Oh, yeah, you didn't know the muskrat and his mom are freaking Satanists, too? That's his mom, dude. Is she... You could just see her eating brains. These people, man. They like to... It was even a line in Longmire. I know it's been in a lot of stuff, and it was originally written by who I don't know, but the greatest... trick the devil ever did is get the world to believe that he didn't exist. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that. So a weird synchronicity happened though when we were watching Longmire. I got a Earth Angel. I got a friend. Her little feathered friend. Her little bird broke his foot. God bless him. Broke his little foot. I've been praying for every time I think about him. I'm like praying for her. And her name's Lily, and I had a cockatiel for 23 years. God, turkey bird. I just lost him like the first Christmas right before it was like 2 days before Christmas, 2016 when we moved to Oregon. He had like had a stroke or something and sucked. Anyway. God, so much. So many circumstances in life suck, and then you get through them, and then sometimes I don't know. I don't really like to think collectively think of all the stuff that it's just suck that you go through life. Nobody wants to think about that, but just acknowledge and know that, man, I freaking have gone through a lot of stuff. Anyway. So I've been praying for Lily today, and customer service is just non-existent. And I've done videos with my buddy here that had to take his dog 2 hours to Albuquerque because they don't have any emergency vets. And there's only like 7,000 people in this town. Everything shuts down at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and anything happens after dark, you're fucked. Nobody has any faith in the hospitals around here. Bunch of freaking clowns. And not all clowns are lame, but... they're just people got lazy and people got complacent, and their standards are just, people would rather not go to the doctor anymore because they don't have faith in doctors. It's just, you know, and I quit going to the doctor because when I was in Oregon, they assigned me a VA. I'd have to fucking drive 45 miles to see a PA that went to school in fucking Des Moines. That chick was a waste of space. She sucked. She was just a vacant, careless, freaking dumb girl. Yeah. Chicks like her make me less gay. Fucking hated that dumb bitch. I'm like, who the fuck goes to school in Des Moines on purpose? People don't even go to Des Moines unless they're like driving through or they're from there. It's a shithole. Anyway. But she wanted to be the top of her class, and that's what a lot of people do. If they want to be their top of their class, just go to a shit school. Doesn't matter what class you're the top of. It's just weird. I don't have any faith in the education system anyway. It's all a crock. It's all a crock. I worked at a Jesuit university. It's all misappropriation of funds. It's just, I don't like class. See, I'm all about inclusion. Inclusion for everybody, you know? Let everybody in. Why not, you know? But nope, paid membership required. You gotta pay. Everybody's gotta pay. How much you gotta pay? I often think about how the world was before freaking monetary system. I'm using my imagination all the time these days because the reality of this planet is freaking ridiculous. It's absurd. And you know it's more lame? Is I know majority of the percentage of the population of the planet is just really buying into this bullshit narrative, and I'm just like, dude, it starts because they get children to believe in Santa Claus, mixed up Satan, in the big red suit, playing with kids, all that stuff. Come sit on my lap, little boy. That's weird to me. It's weird to me. But considering my background, I'm a little bit more sensitive to this stuff. You know, people are just like, no, that's not how it is. That's not how it is. That's not how it is. So it's like, kid doesn't even know a lie. It's like they're conditioning. Okay, let's set them up. Let's teach them young on how to believe in some bullshit. And then we'll just always feed them bullshit. And then we'll go over here doing whatever we want. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. So we just have been kind of chilling out today. Mom ate all of her freaking French toast, though. They make pretty good French toast down at the spot, the coffee shop. But it's really not any different than I make it. I think their bread is thicker. I don't know what kind of bread they use, and I like to use sourdough. Hi, Tango. You coming down? Come on, babies. Is there meowing? Hi. Come here. Oh, the buds. Yeah. Want to go back outside for a little bit? Stanley's still sleeping. He was up for a little while this afternoon. Oh, but like I was talking about, I'm going to go because I'm not even really feeling it. But, and plus the dogs are going to want to go back out, look at the stars. Luna likes to go walk around after the sun goes down, look at the pretty stars. So, because she's the moon, you know, Luna. So we were watching the third episode of Columbo, and one of the characters' name in it was Lily, and so I got to remind me, and I got to say another little prayer for Lily. So I've been praying for Lily all day. Lily broke her heel, her foot. It was like the equivalency of a person's ankle, and so. I guess they put a little bird cast on her and stuff. Lily's had a hard day. So did Lily's person. Lily's lady. And freaking man. That's the thing is these... Because they got lazy. See? That's the thing is all the lazy people really got to succumb to their lazy with all this bullshit because it's like... They don't like people, and they would rather not have people in their waiting room anyway, so just gives them a perfect excuse. So they have people, like, waiting outside in their car. And the original girl should have, like, given her a slip and said, we'll call you with an update. But instead, they ended up sitting there for, like, 4 hours. And somebody was late to a wedding. And it's, you know, potentially. And it's just like, it's... How many hours did she get her pay docked? Because that was not her doing her fucking job. Is there any consequence? Is she going to get a write-up? Has she already been written up for being a jerk and insensitive to the clientele when they're already stressed out? And is this the final one? And maybe she should not work in that position. See? That's the thing, man. It used to be customer service mattered because, you know, but because now everybody has so much money, so they don't care. They just throw money out of it. You'll do what I want because I'll just pay you enough. I'll get you to do what I want. Seeing it all the time. Contractors stopping their projects because someone else just said, hey, come work for me. I'll give you an extra $1,000. So they there's no work ethic. It's just weird. It's like people don't have any kind. They just go around the world, do whatever they want. Go around the world, do it, and it's getting gross and it's getting seedy. I'm not directly impacted in my life. My biggest stress is when something happens with mom or the cats or the dogs or, oh God, not now, Elizabeth. But every night when I lay down, I go through my gratitude list and I'm just like, thank you, God, for the blessings that you have bestowed upon me. Roll call, all present and accounted for. I really don't have a whole lot to complain about. I really don't. Oh, there they go. Don't eat them. Don't eat a kitty, Tango. So let me just go look over here. But yeah, that really tripped me out. That Steven Spielberg directed freaking episodes. But the thing of it is I was like, I watch these characters, right? And I see these characters because a lot of them are based on people. A lot of them are. Like, a lot of, like, they get from actual police stories and stuff like that. Accounts of things that happen. They just do shows about it or loosely related or direct. It's all art imitates life, imitates art, imitates. It's all a circle. It's not imitating. It's pretty much a direct reflection or a representation, therefore, of, as interpreted by the person putting it out. So, the person that is just, like, dressed to the nines. Hi, Stacy. Dressed to the nines. And meow, Jason. Where they're just, like, so put together. I mean, some people I'll see out, and I'll be like, wow. I'll freaking look up the label of like, at the coffee shop. Because there's freaking tourists all over here. More people, more money than God, right? They just freaking just absurd the money. Fucking Rumsfeld used to live here. Evidently, Julia Roberts has a place here. I mean, there's billions of people worth billions all over the place, right? So, like, I'll be standing there and I'll see somebody, like, really decked out. And I'll just start looking up how much their jeans cost. Their boots cost, I don't need to know what they drove. I already know what they drove. And they usually got puffy coats. Little gauge puffy coats. Don't get me started on puffy coats. We're coming into puffy coat season. The bigger the gauge, the bigger the freaking tool. Anyway, I'm more of a hoodie person myself. So, I don't even know why I was saying that. I started watching Tango and my train of thought derailed. And now they're having balloon festivals. I decided I don't like balloons. I don't like hot air balloons. Not until everybody has a place to live. That's my new thing. Not until everybody has a home. Nobody should be having any fucking fun. Nobody should be going on vacations. Nobody should be buying Teslas and freaking hunting. Nobody should be doing any of this until everybody has a home. Nobody should be having any fucking fun until everybody has a place to live. They are having that, and it's the astrology, Stace. It's astrology, Stacy. I'm sorry. Stacy, a lot of people are waking up. And I need to be more empathetic. I am an empath, after all. But I'm just like, sometimes, man, my Scorpio moon, man, I'm just like, handle it. Handle your emotions. Take care of your own emotions. It's nobody's responsibility to make sure you're okay. And then my Cancer in me is like, but I'll make it better. And then my Aries is like, in my Chiron and my 10th house, I'm like, the wounded warrior. Calamity. Some days I'm so dramatic I can't stand myself. Mom used to always say that, you're being melodramatic. Aw, Grandma and Benny over here loving on each other. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you. I just don't like, because sometimes people have versions of their name and it's just like, ooh, don't say that. Like, they don't like it. Because I don't like Margaret. I don't like Margaret. And people know that I don't like Margaret. You know those type of people that'll call you something just because they know you don't like it? So I don't care if people call me it. I just don't like it. But I say, that's why I was like, people can usually do whatever they want, but doesn't mean that you got to keep hanging out with them. You know what I mean? I made caramel today. Woo! I made caramels. They're pretty cool. I don't know. What's the matter, Lou? It's her time to go out and look at this. There is no moon. The moon's void, I believe. So that's another reason why it's just like, no. There are things that I don't like. It's not even that they make me nervous. I find them unnerving. It's just like, it's not. It's just like, it's too Truman Show. When there's no clouds for 8 days, that's 7 days over a week. That's weird. And I do see like planes flying with their airplane exhaust. People think it's airplane exhaust. That cracks me up. JP8. It's not. What people believe in, man. I used to question everything. When teachers would tell me stuff, I'd be like, nah, that ain't true. Nah, that doesn't even make up. That don't add up. Marge. I was just always a satisfactory human being. So, anyway. Well, if you need any guidance ever, you know my email address. Just send me an email if you ever have any, or put in the comments. Just put any questions that you might have. And this is just my interpretation based on my frame of reference. You know, derived from things that I've been drawn to based on my heart space and my life experience. I just haven't gone the ego way. I haven't gone the stuff way. But I see in people's chats, people are like downsizing. People are really finding that you can't take this stuff with you. People are waking up. You know? They are. And I am going to continue to wake up too. I don't freaking know all this stuff. Every day I'm finding more and more stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, that adds up. That lines up. That tracks. That makes sense. And then some days stuff falls away. Belief system, things that I've believed in, you know, I'll get new evidence or something to freaking change my mind. All we are computers, input, data in, junk out is what we're supposed to do, but people like to junk in, junk out, and this earth ain't sustainable anymore. I saw a couple people holding signs downtown, and one of them said, I still got my blank canvas in the back of the van. I got my zip ties. I'm gonna make it two-sided, so I'm gonna have like zip ties for the handles so I can hang on to it because in case breezy and stuff, and then I can turn it around and I can make two signs. So one side is gonna say, when has the government ever said anything true? And then I'll say something about my veterans, something, and how this is a bunch of bullshit. You people need to fucking wake up. Are they chemtrails? I think it's like combinations of like aluminum. I think it is to inhibit the weather. That's my own personal belief system. You know, I went through my phase where I listened to Dane Wigington. He's out of Reading, but I don't anymore because he's one of those like me. I relatively pretty much say the same thing over and over, unless when different stories come up. But I'm pretty redundant here. Well, he's redundant, and his voice cadence just started to wear on me. And I started to wonder which side he was, where his heart really stood. Because I know he's got a big old huge ranch, and he's freaking got a lot of money, and there's homeless people everywhere in Reading, you know? So it's like, you know, when people just keep taking in the energy, taking in the money, and it just always comes in. What happens to any body that, everything has its capacity. Things break, seams break, dams break, things burst, because it's all, money is an energy that's supposed to flow. You're supposed to get it and it's supposed to go. You're supposed to get it and it's supposed to go. So why there's more billionaires than any other time, it's just weird to me. It's just, you don't know nobody that has a good enough idea that you could freaking fund for them? Nobody, People don't do that. They donate to non-for-profits, which are all for profits. It's weird. Supposedly things are changing, and I am more comfortable where I am in life, where we live and stuff right now. I just gotta, I wound tight, my nerves are up here sometimes, and I gotta put more effort into keeping them even keel. And people that have never had anything fucking scary happen to them in their whole fucking lives, and everything's great, and the saddest thing that ever happened to their grandma or their grandpa or their parent, death is a natural thing. I'm talking about shit that ain't natural that happens to you. I'm not talking about everyday stuff that, me. Cubs will never be kings. I can't fucking stand David Palmer, man. I hope he has awakening. The ego in me, the D-bag in me, he totally sees the D-bag in him. Gah! Fifth wheels and big stupid trucks. Fucking jet skis, bullshit. Bleh. Yeah, that's the thing. And people that have never had to contend with anything, they're a lot easier to be subservient and subdued. But everybody gets their chance. And if it's not in this incarnate, it's going to be in the next one. Everybody's going to get their chance. For the full spectrum, for the broad spectrum, for everything that life has to offer. From being, all the ways that you could die, you've done them all. That's when some people still have irrational fears of them. But why? Because it's already happened. You keep freaking worrying about it, you're just going to freaking draw it and create the potential for it to happen in this one too. Like attracts like energy. Yeah, I don't do sports either. I try to stay fit. I got it, man. Everything hurts if I don't move. I don't know how people can just sit there in the same, I don't know. Mom's even been lifting weights, huh, Ma? Yeah? I see her over here, she's stretching. She gets up in the morning, she stretches. These are, she used to walk all over. She was the walking lady. She was the lady you would see walking all over Anderson, all over, since she was walking all over the place. Yeah, we'll keep coming, man. I'm trying to learn my lessons. I'm trying not to be, I try. My biggest thing is going to keep me coming back around is my freaking temper. It's going to be like, nope. If you ever get a chance to see a movie, and I can't stand Meryl Streep anymore. I never really liked her or understood why everyone said she's such a wonderful actor. I act every day. Every day I went to work in corporate America, or I freaking went to work. Every day that I went to work with people that I was around, that I knew who they were, and what they really were. Anyway, I better get going. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I really honestly did not mean to talk for this long. I really didn't have anything to say, but I'm like, Marge, you got to be consistent. And I slept pretty good last night, actually, till probably about 5 o'clock this morning. And then I just take every day as it comes. I go to bed. I don't think I'm going to have a good night's sleep or not have a good night's sleep. Either way, every night when I go to bed, I'm just, all right, we'll see how this goes. Right? Because I'm trying not to have expectations. So, but in the event, tonight, I always have stuff to do when I can't sleep at night. I'll pray for those that are cold, tired, hungry, scared, downtrodden, freaking lonely, angry, tired. That's what I'll be doing. And if people, you know, having a hard time sleeping at night, and sometimes I'll watch the volcano in La Playa too. But just think about somebody else. Pray for them. Pray for them. Give them the strength. People. We live in a world. People desire power too much.